So, hey, y'all, let's talk about some wrestling, shall we? As we're trying to figure out the live streaming going on over here. How is everyone doing today? We are live and we are talking about WWE 2K25 and all the craziness that is going on with it. Looking around like a lost puppy. Welcome, everybody that came in today. There were some crazy things going on in WWE 2K25, and we want to discuss all of it. First off, we got some MyFaction stuff. We're going to talk about how to get your Persona cards. We're going to talk about all the new updates coming next week, and we're going to talk about all of the awesomeness. If you have any questions, make sure you leave a question mark so I can read it and get straight to answering your questions. And of course, Super Chats are always available. Super Chats, we stop the stream immediately to answer your questions. So, MyFaction had an update, and it brought in, of course, the wonderful Trish Stratus, but it also brought in some problems with, everyone wanting to get that AJ Styles card. So we're going to discuss exactly what's going on. And y'all, it's gotten a little out of control. It's a little nuts that this is the way that we're doing things. Not a fan of it. Let me know what you guys think about it. But that's what we're doing. You know, it's interesting that that's how they're deciding to do it this way. So, as you know, today they added the errors pack into MyFaction, and that's cool, right? Like, we get new errors pack. And I hit the wrong button. Let's try that again. Hey, look, there we go. I know what I'm doing. Check that out. So, the new errors pack is going to cost 15,000 MFP, or it's going to go ahead and cost you 13,000 VC. So not too shabby, right? But when you look at these cards, we have 8 new Persona cards that are coming into the world of MyFaction, and including 2003 Trish Stratus. That's not too bad. We're excited about it. And luckily, you just have to pull her from a pack. And of course, technical difficulties. Weren't going to be a live stream without technical difficulties. Did we fix it? We're working on it. Sorry about that, guys. We're getting it straight. One of these days, we'll get it figured out. I think I got it. Almost got it. Welcome to the chat. How are we all doing today? Doing great. Except, you can't start a live stream without everything going crazy, because if it didn't, it wouldn't be normal. But we'll get all the bells and whistles figured out in just a second. Let's see. Did we get it? I think we got it. I see what you did there, Nasty Bones. That was incredible. I like it. Let's see. We got the technical difficulties fixed, I think. Can you see me? No. Can you see me now? Aha, you can see me now. There we go. All right. Now, back to what I was talking about. We were talking about these new MyFaction cards. And I'm not a fan, y'all. Not a fan whatsoever. The fact that they're in there and we're having to put it in there, and you're having to go ahead and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get these cards. It's absolutely stupid. So, we're going to look at it. First off, we do get the brand new Trish Stratus 2003 model. That's awesome. But then they went ahead and rehashed a few things. We did go ahead and we're going to get stuff that was unlocked in MyRise, which makes no sense whatsoever. So they're going to go ahead for the first time in MyFaction. All of our MyRise unlockables are now here as cards, and these are all diamond cards, which are good. The second thing they did was they also went ahead and added the WrestleMania pack cards in, so we do get a Jey Uso in if you got the WrestleMania edition of the game. El Grande Americano is there, even though we already got a free 91 diamond overall, but they're going to go ahead and give us another one, so that's nice. And a Persona card for John Cena, which is available in World Tour and has already been a live event, which gives me hope. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. So, also, we have a new live event coming next week, and we'll get to that as well. So, here's the main thing, is that my problem is with this, is that these are rehashed. We did get a couple of new Persona cards. We'll go over that. So, we did get a brand new Trish Stratus. Then we also get a brand new Cody Rhodes as a set reward, and finally Kurt Angle 2000 with the hair. You know, back when Kurt had hair, we went ahead and added him into the game, so that's cool. Like, we did go ahead and get that one in there. He has been in the last few patches. And then we need Trish Stratus, the action figure, which was also a live events reward. Jimmy Uso action figure, also a live events reward. So they are rehashing these packs. If you did not buy the Bloodline edition, then you did not receive Rocky Maivia here, or the Rock 97 Nation of Domination. So it's cool that if you haven't got to play with these guys, that you can, that they've added them in, but they've kind of rehashed the set of these. And then they're giving us Demastered as well, which is its own set. So on paper, it looks like that we're getting 8 brand new Persona cards. In reality, we're only getting about 5. And that's absolutely horrible. And then as you see, we go through to what did we get for the sets? The set rewards are absolutely crazy this time around. So you will get 2019 Charlotte for completing the first set of it, which is fine. But they went ahead and did unlock it in the last patch. So we went ahead and got it unlocked. I've seen comments that some of y'all have it unlocked, some of y'all don't. I still have it unlocked. I thought that it would go ahead and be locked back after, they updated it, but they didn't. So we still have that one. If you complete the next set, you get the bruised Cody Rhodes, which is awesome, I guess. This is the 3rd year in a row that they are still making content for Cody Rhodes with the bruised chest. I think that's really interesting that they went ahead and made, the full figure for it. But that's okay. Then the Rock Persona card, which was in 2023, the Tattooed Rock. That's what we're getting for completing this set reward. He's also been a locker code and has been a live event already. How about Cena? How about you can't see Cena? This is not a Persona card, but you will be able to unlock this MyFaction set reward, which that's okay too, but like, why do I have to collect all these cards to do it? Because keep in mind that each one of these packs is a lot of money. At 15,000 VC, you are going to add up quickly. And then from the showcase, Bloodline showcase, we'd get the Usos there. And then finally, you complete all of it. 2018 Becky Lynch, which was also a Persona card last year and was a live event already. So, wow, like why are they doing it this way? That makes me absolutely crazy that they're adding new Persona cards that are old Persona cards that are new Persona cards. That's a lot of Persona cards, y'all, but they are rehashed. So that's what's interesting. If you want John Cena, you can go ahead and get him through World Tour event. You do just need to play the matches. You don't have to go through it. If you want to get the Cody Rhodes and all of them, those you're going to have to complete the sets for. And then, of course, Trish Stratus, which was really interesting, was Trish put out the tweet and promoted it and everything. She's just in the pack of cards, which that's really cool. But when you go to it, you have to figure out that you're just going to have to buy packs and pull packs. And I don't like that at all. I don't like that you're going to have to pull all of these packs to get her. You have a 4% chance And that's not good numbers. You're going to spend a lot of money. The one good thing I will say about it, though, is that at least it is packs to get Trish Stratus and the new Kurt Angle. I think that's really cool, so you could just have a chance. But fear not, because if they've done anything like they have in the last few months anyway, is that these will come to the token market. Over the last couple months, they went ahead and have added into your card market. They keep adding Persona cards and make different variation of them. So I think that's really cool that they are, have been doing that. If you missed out on the set reward for Alexa Bliss, you can go ahead and get her in the card market, and not too bad. And they've been doing this with Rock. You can go ahead and buy Rock right now, or you can buy Roman. You can get those cards without having to pull them if you want to use your points to get them. I think that part is really cool. But they should have just updated it for free, don't you think? I think that would have been the better way to go. But now, so that's how you get Trish Stratus. That's cool, right? We can get Trish Stratus that way. But for the AJ Styles Persona card, the one that everybody wants, or that the most commented card this week that we got was the AJ Styles Persona card. How do you unlock it? I was going to do an unlock guide, and I figured, why don't we just do it live and talk about it? Because it is absolute craziness, the fact that they are going to go ahead and do it this way. And it's going to be a live event. So that's cool. We can go ahead and get 2010 AJ Styles, and he will come with these it's his 2008 attire and his brand new entrance music that is old entrance music, that is TNA entrance music. It's really interesting. But if you want to go ahead and get the brand new AJ Styles card, this guy right here, they're calling him Retro AJ Styles, which I find really interesting that that's what they chose to do. So what we need to do here is to go ahead and unlock him. I hope you have an Etch-a-Sketch ready, y'all, because I mean, seriously, you're going to need a pen and paper to follow along, because they made it almost impossible and about $500 to go ahead and unlock him, which I'm not exaggerating that much. So here we go. If you want to unlock the AJ Styles TNA version, first off, you're going to need to pull the action figure Trish Stratus from the Eras pack. Then you're going to have to fight a ladder match against Drew McIntyre and win that. Okay, cool. Next, you're going to have to take that Drew McIntyre that you just unlocked. You're going to have to pull an Eras pack version of Jey Uso, and you're going to have to beat a tornado tag match against Cody Rhodes and his action figure to unlock Gunther. Cool. Okay, sure. Next up, you're going to need to take that Gunther card that you got, and you're going to have to go and you're going to have to fight Jimmy Uso to unlock Randy Orton 09, which is not a Persona card. After that, you're going to have to take that Randy Orton 09, and you're going to have to pull masked Cody Rhodes from the Eras pack to unlock Roman Reigns. Okay. Now, once we unlock Roman Reigns, you think we're done? No. We're not done yet. We just got halfway through this. This is what were they thinking? So anyway, so now we got the Roman Reigns. Now you're going to have to unlock Julia by beating a steel cage match. Okay, cool. Then, after you beat Julia in a steel cage match, you're going to have to take that Julia card. You're going to have to unlock Bayley, the Mutiny version from the Errors pack. And you're going to have to go win a tag match to unlock Booker T 2001. Who, mind you, Booker T 2001 was one of the first Persona cards rewards in the Legends pack. They just upped his rarity and is giving it to us again. Why? Why are you doing this? I don't know. Because, why? It's nuts. So now we've gotten Booker T, right? And now, once you get Booker T, you can go one-on-one with the AJ Styles retro card. And then if you beat that, then and only then do you get the TNA version of AJ Styles. Tell me that's not insane without telling me that's insane. What do you guys think about this? Because I think it's absolutely crazy that this is what they decided to do. The most hoops I've ever seen ever for a Persona card. And like, it was bad at the start, but now the fact that they were just going ahead and just keep adding on. And this event becomes live tomorrow. So if you want to go ahead and do it, there are your steps for you, which is absolutely amazing that this is what they decided to do with it. I think it's interesting that not only do you have to unlock cards, but then you have to go through and buy all of these packs of cards to just be able to get all of that going. It's absolutely nuts. What do you guys think about it? Yeah, it's like 9 or 10 steps to get AJ Styles retro. I agree. It's impossible. Like, why would you do that? I got the My Time Triple H theme and AJ Styles to get flat theme. Oh, you cheated from Community Creations. Have you skipped ahead in the video that I haven't talked about yet? So I think that's cool. I love that AJ Styles is here. I love that the new Trish Stratus and Kurt Angle are just easy pull from packs. Or, you know, you could have just updated them for free. That kind of would have been cool as well. But to get this AJ Styles card, you have to go absolutely off the wall to be able to do it. The amount of steps is insane. And the fact that you have to buy each one of these packs of cards and hope that you get lucky enough to pull these cards, that's the part that's crazy. So what do you guys think about it? I think it's absolutely nuts. That's what they have decided to do with it. But that's not all. There's also a lot of cool things coming to MyFaction over the next couple weeks, I guess, if you're a fan of that. So how about this one? We are doing weekly winnings for starting next week when the DLC drops. You can rack up your tickets by winning matches in MyFaction for 2K25, and then you can go ahead and get 3 entries a day. And what you get is you get a chance to win a John Cena action figure and some 5,000 MFP that will not even buy you 1 pack of cards in the store. So there's always that. And a Persona card for CM Punk 2010, which is a diamond. Okay, cool. At least it's a diamond card. However, this 2010 model of CM Punk has been in the game. You can get it from World Tour just by playing through it. It is a little, you know, grindy, but if you want it, you can get it without spending any real world money. I do think it's cool that we're doing the action figure thing again. But you can also go pick these up on the WWE shop. Use my code, link in description, cheap pop. And you can go ahead and just pick up this figure for like $10 right now. But if you don't want to spend $10 on the figure, you can go ahead and try your best to win it by playing MyFaction matches every week. So I think that's cool that they're continuing to try to keep people interested. It's just the way that they're doing it that is just absolutely crazy. We're getting more and more steps as we go to get these MyFaction cards. And I don't think it's the best thing in the world. What do you guys think about it? I'm not thrilled that I'm not going to get this stuff. Like, straight up, there's no way that I'm going to sit there and spend hundreds of dollars on a chance. I mean, you have a better shot of getting a lottery ticket than you do of actually pulling these cards. But because of the fear of missing out, they are going to get a lot of players to go in and get this. I say save your money. I say wait and save your cards if you are enjoying MyFaction. The points you get from just playing around, save those up, and when they come to the card market, that would probably be the easiest way to get it, because you're going to have to spend more, but I think that at least you're guaranteed to get it. Where these packs, you know, I pulled 1 Persona card all year out of packs, and it was the free pack, and it wasn't even a good Persona card. Hey, Jason, how's it going? Welcome to stream. Rusty, how you doing today? Thank you for everybody for joining us. Eugene, what's going on? I said hi to Nasty Bones and Fire Spark. Thanks for hanging out with me today. We're just talking a little bit of wrestling. So, Persona Card Madness is over. It's crazy. Like, it's absolutely nuts that we're at this time of the year. We are 6 months, y'all. Actually, today's the 12th. So we are 6 months into the release of this game, and they've decided just to throw everything at Persona cards. I think it's nuts that that's what they decided to do with it. The amount of hoops and stuff that we are going through to get this is just absolutely crazy. Cody, welcome in. How you doing today, buddy? And so it's just really interesting that that's what they decided to do. But hey, we got some good news too, right? Because we got DLC coming next week, y'all. Yeah, that's right. We got the DLC coming, and I'm excited about it. Of course, if you don't know, next Wednesday, we'll probably be live streaming it because it's going to be epic, because this is the one that I've been waiting for. We will get the last two members of D-Generation X, Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, and I'm still floored that we're getting Billy Gunn in the game, even though he's in that indie promotion. So it's really cool that they went ahead and we're getting Billy Gunn. We're also getting D'Lo Brown, Mark Henry, and the return of Victoria. I think that's really cool. What do you guys think about it? And because on Busted Open Radio, they let Mark Henry see his entrance, we did get our first look at his entrance, and I tried to blow it up, so bear with me. Let me see if I got this working right. If I did this correctly, then I've blown up the entrance so that we can play it here, and we can actually get our first look at the Hall of Pain version of Mark Henry coming to WWE 2K25. Did I get that right? Well, it needs to be a little bit lower. Let's try this one. Did I make it better? No, I made it worse, didn't it? Well, because it was like this big on the deal. Like, they made it so small because they did it for a short. But it's a little distorted. But this is the Hall of Pain version of Mark Henry. He'll come with the Trons, the music, and his classic attire. I'm just glad we got haired Mark Henry, not bald Mark Henry. What do you guys think about it? I think it's really neat that they went ahead and probably give us Sexual Chocolate as a Persona card. I would not be surprised if that's what they decide to do with that. But I'm just glad that he's in the game. But let me know what you guys think about it. I think he looks absolutely fantastic. So we did get the new Persona card, and then the other thing that we got is we will be able to get Wednesday right off the bat. We will be able to get a pink diamond Mark Henry. If you can beat Randy Orton 09, you'll be able to get that as a upgrade in your MyFaction pack. However, it's not a Persona card. And why is Randy Orton not a Persona card? 09 has been in for a while, and we still haven't got it. I think that's absolutely nuts. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let's see. How do you beat Loomis and Nikki Cross in the island? That match is making me so mad. It took me a while. What I ended up doing was going ahead and putting them on the outside of the ring. I focused on Nikki, and every time Loomis would get in, I would throw him over the top rope. I did put on the Bray Wyatt video, I did show a little bit of footage of that match. It was crazy. If you go back and check that out, it will show how I was throwing him over the top rope and top rope moves. Keep them separated. Save up 2 finishers. And then once you get those 2 finishers, hit one with one, and then go and hit the other one with one, and hopefully you can get your pin before the other one kicks out. It did take me a couple times to get it. I was not a fan. The island matches are getting harder, y'all. Chapter 4 was longer, and some of the matches, you know, I like the whole play a match, win a match, get a reward. Not play these gauntlet matches. I hated the Cody bot. I thought that was overpowered. And this time in Chapter 4, the Bloodline gauntlet match I thought was way overpowered. And also the multi-man matches. I'm not a fan. I like the I like the single player matches. I don't like the multiplayer matches. So, the AJ Styles Retro will have Ready to Fly. Yes, it does. It does have Ready to Fly. Which brings me to my next part about this whole thing is because you have to jump through the hoops and everything to get it. I was not a fan of that. Not one bit. But thanks to the community creations, if you want to get the AJ Styles without the with the entrance music, you can always just download them. That's what I did. Let's say, oh, well, let's fight CM Punk at No Mercy. But if you want to get it, this is Witty's community creation. It is available on all platforms, and also What's the Status did it as well. So they went ahead and put all of them up. They will take a creation slot. They will go ahead and but they come with the music and the logos and everything that you need. So I think that part's really cool. So if you don't want to spend all the time on the Persona cards, Witty and What's the Status have both put up their versions of AJ. This is Witty's. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. He did a little bit extra on it with the hair, but you get the Get Ready to Fly theme. And if you don't want to, you can always copy that entrance, keep it on the regular AJ Styles, and just copy the entrance over if you want to do that. And then your current day AJ Styles will have the Get Ready to Fly theme. So there's that way to do it. Also, they do have Triple H 2000. Yes, Cody, I did the same thing. Is What's the Status put up and Witty both put up Triple H 99. I just went ahead and copied that entrance to 2008. So, and the trunks and stuff. I wasn't crazy about how wet they made his hair and stuff. I'm glad that they went ahead and at least we got that in. And I'm hoping that someone will put up Kurt Angle with the hair. I think that Status already has. I'll have to double check that. But overall, that's your easy way to get these. If you don't want to spend all this time on Persona cards or anything like that, just go ahead and download it from Community Creations. Search Witty 226 or search What's the Status, and that will be able to get you Triple H and AJ Styles as of right now. And of course, they also have so many other creations of things you can get. Thank you for acknowledging your tribal beach. It means a lot to me. We are expanding here at Beach Bytes. We're getting bigger and better and trying to make things better. We're going to start going live at least once a week, talking about stuff, maybe playing some gameplay, things like that. We got a couple videos that we just put out. We'll have coverage all next week, of course, on the DLC and how to unlock, and of course, how we're going to get that Goldberg and that Nikki Bella. And that's the other thing I wanted to touch on today was Goldberg and Nikki Bella. A lot of speculations of what's going on. Do I still have the Epic Games code? I do. Epic Games code. If you're playing some Fortnite or you're playing some Epic Games, or even up on the Epic Games store now, it works. Use the creator code BeachBytes. It is free to you and it helps me out a lot. We like to keep the lights on here so we can see what's going on, and that's one of the ways you can do it. Also, there are new t-shirts in the store. Because we're live right now, use the code BEACH at checkout and save 10% and like free shipping and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Any shirt in the world. One of our shirts went off this week. Wrestling is my therapy. That shirt has been in the store for about 6 months now. And then AJ decided on Raw to get a therapy chant going. And boy, did that thing took off. So I really appreciate AJ Lee for that. So that's really cool. You can get all of your stuff. You can shop right on the channel. You don't even have to leave. It is on the homepage. Goldberg is coming to WWE 2K25. Why didn't you tell me I was getting beat back here? I was sitting here rambling and just letting them beat me up. What's up with that? So Goldberg and Nikki Bella are coming to WWE 2K25. They are coming only to the island, though, which is absolutely horrible. I think that's cool that we're getting them in the island and they're not Persona cards, but then bad for our last gen players. Of course, if you are on PlayStation 4, the X-Bone, you will not be able to get these wrestlers as of right now. That's what's crazy. Is now they may go ahead and update it and give you Goldberg and Nikki Bella a different way. But what they did with Alexa Bliss was, instead of giving you Alexa Bliss the Fiend version, they just went ahead and took all of that out of Community Creations, which that was horrible. 30-man Royal Rumble. Well, looks like a good thing to go on in the background for a minute while we talk about this. So, what do you guys think? Goldberg? Are we excited about Oldberg? Are we excited about Nikki Bella? I hope you're right, is that they are free on last gen. Like I said with Alexa Bliss, they just went ahead and took them completely out of the creation suite so you couldn't use them. However, they didn't do that with King Corbin this time. King Corbin, all of his stuff is still in the creation suite. So if you didn't unlock him in the island, you can just take the current version of King Corbin and throw King Corbin together. So I'm glad they did that. Hopefully that they will just do a different kind of updates, because everyone needs Goldberg and Nikki Bella. Who do you think the cover star? I think it's going to be CM Punk or Rhea Ripley. Ooh, is it already time? Are we already talking about cover stars? Wow. Let's see. CM Punk? I can see CM Punk. I mean, technically on the Bloodline edition, we got Jey Uso this year. So, I mean, I would figure it would be Jay. Rhea Ripley was the deluxe edition. I could see Punk. Punk would be the one I would go for. However, I don't know. It's like, what, we're 6 months away. That's nuts. Let's see. So, Jey Uso is going to start the Royal Rumble. I'm going to go with you right now. I'm going to say CM Punk. I still, every year, if you've been around the channel for a while, you know, every year my pick's Randy Orton. One of these times I'm going to get it right. One of these times it's going to be Randy Orton, but it just hasn't been yet. So I'd say CM Punk. That sounds like the best shot. Seth Rollins, maybe. But CM Punk, I could see that one being on the cover. I'm going to reserve my pick for Randy Orton until I'm right, though. One of these days, I'm going to be right, and we're going to get Randy Orton. So Goldberg and Nikki Bella are coming to the island next week. That'll be cool. We get the patch Wednesday that will get us the DLC, and we will also get Goldberg and Nikki Bella added for Chapter 5 of the island. That's going to be absolutely awesome. Of course, we will have an unlock exactly of how to get her and him. I'm glad that they're coming to the game. What do you guys think about it? So, if you want TNA AJ Styles, if you want all these Persona cards that you're seeing, check Community Creations to get the themes and stuff. Do it relatively fast, though, because 2K has a tendency to content damage stuff when things get popular on the store. However, I'm really excited that, you know, at least we're getting new Persona cards and more things like that. What do you guys think about it? So we got the Hollywood, you know, it might be Hulk Hogan, actually. Do you think they'd pull it on Hulk Hogan? Because we might get a Legacy edition or something like that. We are getting the farewell edition of WWE 2K25. We should, in the next week or so, based on what they've done the last couple years, in the next week or so, we should get a reveal on that for it to come out in October. We've had the Bad Bunny edition, we've had the Uncle Howdy edition, and now we will have the John Cena edition. RKO case. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Alexa Bliss and MyFaction Persona card, are they the same? No, I mean, technically it's the same model, different outfit. Like that's the difference. I haven't got the Persona card, as you can tell, because I'm not spending thousands of dollars on cards. I did get the island version, and from what I've seen from other people posting pictures and stuff, to me it looks like the exact same model. Right now she's currently 52,000 MyFaction points. If she keeps holding up that way, I will go ahead and spend my MyFaction points on Alexa Bliss. I'm kind of holding out, me personally, for a Boneyard Taker. That's what I'm holding my points for, is Boneyard Taker. One day they'll go ahead and add him in. I'll get him. Missed him the last 2 years, didn't get him. Hopefully this year will be the year. If it takes till December, maybe we'll get them. Speaking of spending MyFaction points in BC, it looks like that brings me my next point was about Goldberg and Nikki Bella. They are going to be in the island, and it looks like they're going to cost 50,000 BC. That's a lot of money. It looks like you're going to have to pay to play to unlock, which I'm not excited about. That they haven't done this before. That's what the early stuff looks like, is that you are going to have to pay 50,000 BC. If you haven't gone ahead and spent your Bloodline money that you got from the Bloodline edition, that's what I've been holding on to it all year to see what they're going to do. It looks like that would be a good thing to spend it on if you want Goldberg and Nikki Bella, as it will be $50,000 to enter into the contest to get Goldberg. That's what it looks like. We don't know yet. We'll find out Wednesday, and of course we'll cover it all Wednesday and give you the correct answers exactly. I think that sounds a little bit crazy, but I don't think they'll do it. But then again, they just made us do 14 matches and buy 27 packs of cards to get one Persona card in AJ Styles. So it's not out of the realm of things that they could do at this point. But let me know what you guys think. A gotcha game? You know what? That's a really good example. It is kind of a gotcha game. It's like it's like when, you're playing a lottery ticket every time. You go through, you play a little bit, maybe you'll get it something, maybe you won't. I have the worst pack luck ever, so I find that interesting. Like one day I'll get all these Persona cards, maybe, and then I'm okay with it. If you can get past the fear of missing out and realize that eventually at some point in this year that we are going to get these cards. As you can see with the Errors pack, they are just rehashing a lot of stuff that you could have unlocked by other ways. By changing it from an emerald card to a diamond card, they're able to give you another chance at it. That's something they didn't do in 24. So I'm really glad that they went ahead and have done that in 25. Hopefully they continue this trend in 26, and hopefully they will lower the prices, because they're not giving enough points back for the matches that you have to play. Currently, if you want to play and get all the points needed for all the cards for the Era Pack, you're going to have to spend like 1,100 hours playing this game to get all of the points needed. It's an impossible goal at this point. Remember when you got a game and everything was in it and you just had to play it? You know what? I don't believe you. Did we ever have a time like that? But one thing about the patches, though, is like when the older games, it's like, oh, they got the color of his tights wrong, or they misspelled something. Well, we'll have to wait till next year until that's fixed. At least now they can patch it a couple weeks later. So that part's really cool. However, I wish that they would just, give us a game that works and leave it working the whole year. 25 right now is in the best shape it's been all year, as we are hitting the 6-month mark of 2K25. They broke it for a month, and now it's kind of fixed for a month. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's feeling pretty good right now. I'm enjoying. Let's check out gameplay for a second. What we got? We got Hogan and Alexis King, and here comes Kevin Nash at number 9. Who's going to win this Rumble? That's going to be interesting. Did I get eliminated? Was I even in this? Oh, it's me. It's Roman. I'm playing. Well, easy elimination for somebody, as we'll get back to that. So I'm excited. We're actually sitting in good shape right now for WWE 2K25. The DLC is looking great. That's a great idea. If we did have a file transfer, that would be awesome. Yes, El Grande's mask was the correct El Grande Americano's mask is in the island. The weird one is actually on the model that we got in the game for the DLC. So if you have it, you can't even flip it. Like, it won't let you touch El Grande's mask, which I think is weird. So hopefully the next patch will correct that. If that was a intentional mistake, though, then that's the way they're going to leave it. Really surprised that we only got one version. I was really hoping that we'd get both versions of El Grande Americano. But next year, I'm sure we'll have 50 and we'll complain. So there's always that. But overall, I'm excited. I hate what they've done with the MyFaction packs, though. I absolutely hate that, they're more expensive and we're having to jump through more hoops and get more matches in and do more craziness to unlock outfits at the end of the day. Or we're playing for music with the TNA thing. I like long hair bearded AJ Styles, so the TNA retro one I'd use for a couple matches to go against the Machine Guns and go against Abyss, but it's the Get Ready to Fly theme that I'm most excited for. So you're playing for entrance music. At that point, go to Community Creations and you can be able to get it for free without having to jump through all of the bells and whistles and hoops and everything that's going on. So if you haven't already, can you hit that like button for me? Sends it out so more people can see it. Thank you for all of you that have joined me today. If you have any questions, any crazy questions, drop them down in the comments and we'll rapid fire some questions real quick, see if we can answer anything. I think that will be absolutely cool. So, did they stop doing locker codes? Well, actually, that was the other thing. I'm glad you brought. That's a good question, Cody. I'm glad you brought that up. They did go ahead and add a Persona card for Cody Rhodes action figure as an Amethyst now, and that was added to the locker code docket. However, currently there are 29 locker codes in the game that have not been released yet. So they just kind of paused it for a while. We were getting one every little bit, and now lately they've decided, we don't need the Persona cards, I guess, or we don't need the locker codes. It'll be interesting if they pick it back up towards the holiday season and end of the year. I would like some more VC locker codes. Or just give us locker codes for Persona cards. The last ones that we actually got was when the Switch came out. The Switch version of it, they did the catch-up locker codes that gave you back everybody. But Cody Rhodes action figure is set to be a locker code that was added today. But it could be, a month from now before we actually see it. Kurt Angle was in there for 3 months before he actually was released in a pack of cards, and we're still waiting on Boneyard Taker, who has been sitting there since the second patch. Also, we will be getting another Errors pack, and that's where I assume that's where Errors Part 2 will be, where we get the Undertaker and we get some Canes and we get some other craziness, hopefully. But it's always a wait and see, and 2K is doing really good this year with cards subject to change. So I'm really excited to see for the future of where all of this goes. So I think, yeah. So if you want AJ, the best way to do it is community creation. If you want to spend thousands of dollars, go ahead and do it that way. You have to jump through a lot of hoops. The event starts tomorrow. We got brand new DLC coming out Wednesday that I'm very excited for. Who is your favorite person you're looking forward to using? Like I said, I'm excited about DX. I'm really glad that we will actually have the full version of DX and the full version of NWO in the game for the first time since 2K16, I think, and the Nation of Domination. We're getting all kinds of factions in this year's game. So DX is who I'm looking forward to the most. Secondly would be D'Lo, just because we haven't had D'Lo since 2K16. So I think that's really interesting. It'll make my Intercontinental European title picture in universe shape together. Excited about the New Age Outlaws, of course. I hope that we get a lot of extras with the New Age Outlaws. It'd be cool if they did the one Billy Gunn too, or gave us him and K-Quick together. There's several different ways we could go with the Outlaws. I hope that they do more than just throw in the standard Outlaws that we've had in the past games. But overall, the state of WWE 2K25 right now is pretty good, y'all. I mean, it's not too shabby. Everything's pretty much working. Not happy about the Persona cards, but there are a few workarounds right now, so make sure you take advantage of that. Like, I'm okay with it. It's looking interesting. So let me know what you guys think about it. I'm excited. I think it's a great time to be playing some good old grappling games. But next week will be the DLC. We will have videos for unlocks on how to unlock Goldberg, Nikki Bella, all that. If we find we get new Persona cards or locker codes, there will be videos immediately. I was going to make 2 different videos today, and then they dropped this Heirs pack card and just made trash bolts of them. So decided to go live to talk about everything. It'll be up on the channel for replay for anybody that missed it. I'm glad all y'all showed up for a impromptu live stream that wasn't promoted. We're getting some bells and whistles fixed out. A couple things I wanted to do didn't work. It's okay though. We'll get it fixed next time. I think, you know, overall, it's a win. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here on that note. We got some SmackDown coming up tonight. We got some awesome wrestling this weekend. And of course, we got stuff coming all next week. Thank you to everyone that joined me here today. I appreciate you spending some time with me and taking some time out of your day to hang out. So remember, make life your beach, and we'll see you on the next video.